along the tranquil waters of the Rideau Canal. Merrickville, Ontario, is a town that effortlessly blends old world charm with artistic vibrancy. Known as the Jewel of the Rideau, this historic settlement is beloved by both locals and visitors for its preserved 19th century architecture, thriving artisan community, and serene natural setting. Only an hour southwest of Ottawa, Merrickville invites travelers to slow down, step back in time, and experience the layered stories that make up its rich heritage. Merrickville's origins begin in the late 18th century. In 1791, William Merrick, a loyalist who had fled the United States after the American Revolution, arrived in Upper Canada and was granted land along the Rideau River. Seeing the potential in the rushing water of the river's falls, Merrick constructed and established a sawmill in 1793. Soon after, a gristmill followed, and Merrick's Mills was born. By the early 1800s, Merrick's Mills had grown into a small but bustling settlement, with a collection of industrial operations, including carding and woolen mills. These early industries laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most successful inland milling communities in Upper Canada. Merrick's legacy is embedded in the very name of the town, which eventually adopted Merrickville in his honor. The village's early years were defined by a spirit of enterprise and self-sufficiency, traits that continue to characterize the community today. A turning point in Merrickville's history came in 1826, with the commencement of the Rideau Canal's construction. The British government, wary of the American aggression following the War of 1812, approved the building of a waterway linking Ottawa, then Bytown, to Kingston, as a secure military supply route. Merrickville's strategic position along the Rideau River made it an important location along the canal's path. Between 1827 and 1832, a series of 3 locks were built here, allowing boats to bypass the falls. In addition, a large stone blockhouse was constructed in 1832 for military defense. Designed to house up to 50 soldiers, the Merrickville Blockhouse remains the largest along the Rideau Canal and stands today as a National Historic Site. The canal ushered in an era of prosperity. Goods could now be transported to and from Merrickville more efficiently than ever before. Farmers brought grain to be milled, lumber, flour, and wool could be shipped to markets, and commerce flourished. At its peak in the mid-1800s, Merrickville had over 40 businesses, including tanneries, foundries, carriage makers, and general stores. Although the arrival of the railway in the late 19th century shifted trade routes away from the waterways, Merrickville managed to maintain its importance for decades. The village adapted by diversifying its industrial output. The Merrickville Foundry, founded in 1851, became particularly well known for its cast iron products, including stoves, boilers, and agricultural equipment. However, like many Ontario towns, Merrickville could not escape the broader decline of small-scale industry in the 20th century. By the 1950s, most of the large mills had closed, and the foundry ceased operations in 1960. While the economic model changed, Merrickville's heritage infrastructure was left remarkably intact. As other towns modernized and demolished older buildings, Merrickville's stone and timber frame structures were preserved, unintentionally laying the groundwork for the village's rebirth as a tourism and arts destination. Today, Merrickville boasts over 100 designated heritage buildings, one of the highest concentrations in Canada. These buildings, primarily constructed between 1820 and 1890, include private homes, churches, commercial shops, and civic institutions. They offer an unparalleled glimpse into the 19th century Ontario village life. Among the most iconic structures is the Merrickville Blockhouse. Maintained by Parks Canada, it functions as a museum in the summer, featuring exhibits on the canal's military history as well as the day-to-day life of early settlers. The ruins of William Merrick's original mill still stand along the canal, a hauntingly beautiful reminder of the village's industrial past. Meanwhile, the former woolen mill across the river has been repurposed as the Merrickville Ruins, a picturesque stone site frequently used for events and photography. Starting in the 1970s, artists began moving to Merrickville, drawn by the natural beauty, affordable real estate, and inspiring surroundings. Today, Merrickville is home to a thriving creative community with over 30 independent studios and galleries. Glass-blowing, pottery, jewelry making, textile arts, and painting are just some of the disciplines represented. The Grey Art Glass Studio is a must-see destination, offering visitors the chance to watch skilled glassblowers in action and browse a stunning showroom. The artistic spirit permeates the village. Even casual strolls through Merrickville reveal murals, sculpture gardens, and window displays that reflect the community's creativity and pride. Merrickville's location along the UNESCO World Heritage designated Rideau Canal offers abundant opportunities for outdoor recreation. The calm, lock-regulated waters are ideal for kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding, and boating. Cyclists will find scenic routes stretching in all directions, while walkers can explore the trails along the canal or the quieter side streets lined with heritage homes and mature trees. In the warmer months, the canal becomes a lively artery of leisure. Pleasure boats tie up along the banks, children fish from the locks, and picnickers gather in waterfront parks. Yet even in the peak season, the village retains its unhurried, peaceful atmosphere. Whether you come to explore history, create art, enjoy nature, or simply unwind, Merrickville invites you to linger, learn, and return. In a world of hurried travel and disposable attractions, Merrickville endures a timeless charm, a place where stories live in stone and every visit feels like coming home.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was part of a larger journey bicycling through Ontario. And you can find all those videos of this journey in the playlist that is linked in the description below the video. You can follow that journey that way to see all the cool places that I got to visit throughout Ontario, the towns, the natural areas, and the adventures I had bicycling through the province. And you can check out the other playlists on my channel for my adventures bicycling, traveling through and living throughout the world, including Latin America, Southeast Africa, and Central and Eastern Europe. Alright, so that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.